I want to thank you for joining us today on this wonderful, beautiful day outside. Hey, we got coffee. We're going to have a little talk here. We basically want to say how the Sopranos ended up in Trainland. We made them an offer we couldn't refuse. It was one of those things, we're Italian, they're Italian. It was a match made in heaven. We know a couple of people. Blue Comet episode. It was the best episode ever. Everybody keeps on coming in our store. Where'd he get shot? What happened? He got shot. Well, this is what happened. We're gonna tell you the story. The ins and the outs, the thing and the thing. We'll talk about it all. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ken Bianco Sr., and I'm one of the owners of Trainland and Train World, and I want to tell you about one of the most exciting things that happened to Trainland. We had the second to last episode of The Sopranos shot in our store here, called The Blue Comet, I believe episode 85, and how it came about and exactly how it kind of went down over here. They were looking to do something about Steve Schirripa, which is Bobby Bacala, and going to a train store, buying a set of trains, and then getting whacked in that store. And if you're familiar with The Sopranos, that Bobby Bacala was into trains, and he had a train layout in his garage and in a few episodes of The Sopranos over the years. And this particular episode, the Blue Comet episode, which is about this train right here, which we still have, and it's a beautiful piece of train history for sure. Back then, the Blue Comet set was the prize of everybody's collection, and still is today. Finding an original, like new in the boxes, is still quite hard to do and worth a few bucks for sure. This particular one, at the time, we could not find an original that was pristine, so we had to buy the Lionel Classics, was made in the 90s. So this is like a Lionel, but a remake of the one that was made in the 30s. And this particular train, again, is sought after by all collectors that are in the hobby. They were looking for a place that gave it originality, looked like a real train store. They could have created this on a back lot, but the producer wanted the real deal. So they went to a few hobby shops and they saw what would suit their needs better. And they came in, talked to us, and they made a decision to use us. I mean, I definitely wanted the bragging rights for that, so I gave them carte blanche. Whatever they wanted to do here, they can do. And they did rearrange the store for sure. And Steve Schirripa, Bobby Bacala, he was the main character here, and he was the guy that got whacked in the store buying this particular train set with the cars and everything. And this is him when he's doing the actual filming. He looks like a gangster the way he's crouching his eyebrows there, right? He's a great guy also. He really was a good time. And basically when they came in, they decided to move gondolas, showcases, and they set up the layouts. There was actually two layouts that they did here. They had one layout right on the floor, and they were setting all that up at that time. And then in case that first take didn't work, they needed another layout. So what they did was, right above me, they put another layout. So there was actually two layouts made for this scene. And in case the first scene did not work out, this layout they would grab down very quickly, because there's a bunch of unions, about 100 people standing around here. So they wanted to do it nice and quick and just kind of move one into the other. They actually used the first take. They didn't even use the second layout. So it went flawlessly, and it was very exciting. There was, again, many unions here, part of the filming crew. And when they said quiet on the set, you couldn't hear a pin drop. Everybody was perfect. And they did a few takes on different types of episodes. They filmed for, actually they took them 2 days to set up, 2 full days of filming, and then 2 days to put the store back together. So in that 2 days full of filming, there was only maybe I don't know, a few minutes aired on TV. So it was. I personally think it was the best episode of the whole season, the second to last episode. And basically, how it starts out, they come up with a concept drawing. They just kind of like draw something of what they in their mind is going to happen, and then they create it and put words to it. So this was very interesting to see all the different art drawings of how they wanted it to go down. So it says, this is one of the camera guys behind the counter. He was set up with the camera where he was going to be buying the train set. We got so many pictures, still pictures. This was a bunch of people of different crews here, and this gentleman was a stand-in. So they would use the stand-in guy for positioning and stuff, and then Bobby Bacala would fill into those shoes there. And we got the camera, and also back to the layout again. It was definitely an exciting time here, especially for us, the people that work here. It was real Hollywood. Tractor trailers all over, police blocking roads outside, and it happened. They were filming on Valentine's Day, and it was an ice storm outside, and they were melting the ice and making it look like it was springtime outside. So it was pretty cool. When they were looking for the place to shoot the Sopranos, and then they picked us, then there was all kinds of paperwork we had to sign that we couldn't say anything or do anything, and they actually told us a false story of what was going to happen here. This way, in case somebody leaked it out, the true episode would not get leaked out. So it was. They got to protect what they were filming. I can understand. Everything went well, and it was just signing our life away, make sure we're not going to do certain things, and we kept it pretty quiet. A lot of people were mad at us, relatives, that we didn't mention anything to them, but you know, it's just we had to keep it very QT. The Sopranos, them doing an episode of trains in this store, really. It gave the train industry a big boom. I mean, we get people still coming in the store. Where did he get shot, or how did they do it? And we got pictures set up in the showcase. We have the box that Bobby Bacala signed. So it's some mementos here, Hollywood mementos. But it was definitely probably one of the best times of my life having this thing done here. And I'm a big Soprano fan, and I'm amazed by how many people are Sopranos fans. When we go to the train shows, they're always talking about it. It was a good push for the train industry, without a doubt. Well, I hope you have a chance to see the episode, The Blue Comet, episode 85, the second to last episode of The Sopranos before the season finale. It was definitely worth watching, and I enjoyed it. I watched it many times. Thanks for tuning in for us.